There's a version of you that nobody talks about. It's not the old you, the one who played it safe, who changed their opinion based on whoever was in the room, the one who you finally outgrown. It's not the future you either, the one who is figured out, the one who is arrived at destination. I'm talking about the version in the middle, the version that has left the shore but can see the island yet, the one who is currently in the open water. In psychology, we call this the in-between. And to be honest, it is the most dangerous, the most lonely, and the most misunderstood place a human being can exist. If you feel like you're doing everything right, you've changed your habit, you feed your mindset, you walk away from the wrong people, but your life still feels like a mess, you aren't failing. We're just in the middle of transition that our society has forgotten how to talk about. Today, I want to talk about why the in-between feels like a void, and why that void is actually the only place where anything real ever happened. We like to think of change as a switch. You decide to be different, and then click, you are. But real growth is more like a biological process. In transitions, William Bridge argued that every transition starts with an ending. Before you can become someone new, the person you were has to die. Most of us try to escape this part. We want the new beginning without the ending. But when you decide to grow, you essentially firing yourself from your old life. You lose your old coping mechanism. You lose the comfort of your old identity. And for a while, you are left with nothing. The mistake we make is thinking that this nothingness is proof we made a mistake. We think, I was happier before, but you weren't happier. You were just more certain. You are familiar with your own cage. Now that the door is open, the vastness of the world feels like a threat instead of an opportunity. This brings us to the core of Bridges' work, the neutral zone. Imagine trapeze artists. To get to the next bar, they have to let go of the first one. For a split second, or maybe several long seconds, they're suspended in the middle. They aren't holding onto the old bar, and they have to cut the new one. They are in the gap. If they panic in that gap and reach back to the old bar, they fall. If they freeze, they fall. The only way through is to trust the momentum of a swing. In the neutral zone, your old world is gone, but the new one isn't real yet. This is where invisible progress happens. Think about seeds planted in the ground. For weeks, if you look at the surface, it looks like nothing's happened. It just looks like a dirt. But underground, the seed is literally rotting. It's breaking apart. It's losing its shape as a seed, so it can become a sprout. If you dug it up to check on the progress, you'd kill it. The in-between is your time underground. You are breaking, you are changing, you are losing your old shape. And the reason it feels so frustrating is because our culture only rewards the sprout, the visible part. Nobody applauds the rotting seed, but without the rot, there's no choice. There's a term for this in anthropology, liminality. It comes from a Latin word limen, meaning threshold, the space between rooms. The reason the in-between is so hard is that you have no mirror. When you were the old you, people knew how to treat you. You had a role. When you become the future you, people will eventually learn a new role for you. But the liminal space, you are a ghost. You are posting content, but nobody is watching. You are building something, but nobody sees it. You are practicing a new mindset, but you still feel the old anxieties. You are neither now, neither who you were, nor who you will become. This is where most people give up. Not because they aren't capable, but because they cannot stand the silence. You are addicted to the feedback, to validation, to applause. In the neutral zone, the world is silent. In that silence, ask a question. Do you actually want to become this person, or do you only want the upload that came with it? If you can survive the silence of the in-between, you can survive almost anything, because you are learning to validate yourself when nobody else will. So what do you do when you are in the gap? First, start looking for the island. When you are in the open water, looking for the shore every 5 minutes only makes you tired. Stop checking your stats. Stop comparing your mirror to someone's, and then focus on the stroke you are taking right now. Second, create a ritual of the middle. A journal entry, a morning walk, a moment every day that says, I'm still in the progress, or that is enough. Third, reframe the frustration. Frustration is a high energy emotion. You don't get frustrated by things that you don't care about. You don't feel friction when you are standing still. You only feel friction because you are moving. The frustration isn't the obstacle. The frustration is the growth. If you felt comfortable right now, you wouldn't be changing. The discomfort is the sensation of your old skin stretching to make room for the new one. One day, and it will be dramatic. It will just be a quiet day, and you're gonna look back and you will be holding the new bar. You will be standing in the islands, and you will realize the person who caught that bar wasn't the old you, and it wasn't even the future you. It was the version of you that stayed in the gap. The person who kept swinging when they were terrified. The in between is not a waiting room, it's a forge. It is where you are actually being built. So if you are in the gap right now, if it is quiet, if it's frustrating, if it feel like nothing's happening, stay there. Don't go back to the old bar. And I'm the gap too. Let's keep swinging. I will see you in the next one. Peace.